I'm Senator Alyssa Slotkin.
Senator Mark Kelly.
Representative Chris DeLuzio.
Congresswoman Maggie Goodlander.
Representative Chrissy Houlihan.
Congressman Jason Crow.
I was a captain in the United States Navy.
Former CIA officer.
Former Navy.
Former paratrooper and Army Ranger.
Former intelligence officer.
Former Air Force.
We want to speak directly to members of the military
and the intelligence community
who take risks each day
to keep Americans safe.
We know you are under enormous stress and pressure right now.
Americans trust their military.
But that trust is at risk.
This administration is pitting our uniformed military
and intelligence community professionals
against American citizens.
Like us. You all swore an oath
to protect and defend this Constitution.
And right now, the threats to our Constitution aren't just coming from abroad,
but from right here at home.
Our laws are clear. You can refuse illegal orders.
You can refuse illegal orders.
You must refuse illegal orders.
No one has to carry out orders that violate the law
or our Constitution.
We know this is hard,
and that it's a difficult time to be a public servant.
But whether you're serving in the CIA,
the Army,
or Navy,
the Air Force,
your vigilance is critical.
And know that we have your back.
Because now, more than ever,
the American people need you.
We need you to stand up for our laws,
our Constitution,
and who we are as Americans. Don't give up.
Don't give up.
Don't give up.
Don't give up the ship.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Pastor Jerone TV. Please like, share, and subscribe. Listen, I don't understand what brought that on. What was so urgent in this nation that brought that on, that members of Congress, lawmakers, would teach the military to be seditious, to not obey the commander-in-chief. This is, every one of them have a serious case of Trump derangement syndrome. These people are losing it. President Donald Trump has rocked the nation and the entire world. But when he rocked America, he exposed these creatures, these people. See, they were hiding in the bushes. Everything looked fine. Everything looked normal until President Donald Trump came in and everything went totally crazy, totally bananas. These people did not sound the alarm when Biden was in office. When Biden withdrew from Afghanistan and left $87 billion worth of American war equipment and protection equipment there in Afghanistan for ICE to have. Cars, trucks, weapons, tanks, bombs, guns, bullets, helicopter. They left it all. But did they do a video for that? Did they do a video because President Donald Trump did something, that said something, told them to do something to harm anybody, like Obama did, to shoot an American, just kill an American just on his order? No, nothing was said or done. I don't see anything that President Donald Trump said or did. But to these people who are Marxists and who hate America, President Donald Trump protecting America from the drugs that are coming in here is a problem for them. Now, that's what they don't want them to obey. For President Donald Trump to send the military into the areas where the ICE facilities are being attacked, and to protect our ICE and government workers, that is what they don't want. See, that's the problem. See, because their scam is being stopped, right? The scam of voting, the scam of bringing in illegals in here so that they can get the census up to give an extra seat for Democrats in Congress. The gig is up. So when Biden forced everybody that worked in the government to get the shot, to get inoculated with the poisonous shot, y'all know what I'm talking about. Where was this video? The regret is starting to set in now. They're regretting what they're saying because Pam Bundy, I believe President Donald Trump is ordering Pam Bundy and the DOJ to investigate every one of them. Now, I'm going to play a video with Representative Byron Donaldson, and he's going to be spot on. I'm going to come back, and I want to expose what types of charges can be brought against them for what they did. Watch this.
Democratic lawmakers saying that they have engaged in seditious behavior.
Stop. They have engaged in seditious behavior. That mess you just heard over there about not being intimidated, no, the intimidation came from them when they launched their stupid video that nobody asked for, that nobody was talking about, to try to get clicks and likes. That's actually a bigger problem that's going on in this building behind me. Everybody wants to be a star now. Everybody wants to be on social media. Everybody wants to be on Fox. Everybody wants to be on CNN or MSNBC, and that's the stunt that they pulled. The president is correct to call it out for what it is, because for them, and I honor their service to the nation before they came to Capitol Hill, but for them to now go out and tell our troops and the members of our intelligence community that it's okay to disobey orders, that's obscene. They would never tolerate anything like that when Joe Biden was president, when Barack Obama was president, when Bill Clinton was president. They would have never tolerated anything like that. So now they're going to feign outrage because Donald Trump responded to their words that do yield to insurrection? Please.
But the president has been...
Stop. No. And this is where I'm going to push back. Because what they are doing is trying to throw literally a grenade into the room. It goes off. And then they're going to claim outrage? They have no moral standing to claim outrage because they decided that they were going to be cute and put out a TikTok video trying to get likes, trying to demonstrate that they're tough enough to stand up to President Trump when Donald Trump is the commander-in-chief, not Mr. Crow, not Senator Slotkin. They are not the commander-in-chief. And like I said before, they would not tolerate any Republican launching any video like that when Barack Obama was president of the United States. You know it's true. I know it's true. Everybody knows it's true. But now they want to feign outrage and have everybody come and ask them how they feel. Man, stop. We're tired of the games and the charade. The American people are looking for real answers on energy, on immigration, on affordability, but they want to be cute. So yeah, I'm not going to give them any standing about, well, how do they feel? That's BS. They knew what they were doing.
So sure. Are you comfortable with what the president said, suggesting that members of Congress should be put to death?
No, but the president also said that they should have to actually stand by, you have to investigate those words. What they're calling for is sedition. 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 Let me ask you a question. What are the penalties of sedition in the United States of America? What are they? The president's not calling for it, but they're the ones that started this foolishness. And I will grant you, this is a foolish political stunt created by people who are trying to get their name ID up, who are trying to demonstrate that somehow they're the standard bearers for our constitutional republic when their own words are in violation of our constitutional republic. You cannot have elected members. I don't care about your politics. This is not even a political deal anymore. You cannot have elected members tell our military men and women, tell the members of our intelligence community that you don't have to follow orders from the commander-in-chief. That is nuts. And as people who actually put the uniform on and serve this nation, they should know better. But they're playing politics. That's what's wrong.
There, he really broke it down, but I disagree with one of the things he was saying. He said that they're doing it for likes and clicks, and well, I mean, maybe part of the reason why they was doing it was for likes and clicks, but they're doing this because they're dead serious about what they're doing. They want to oppose President Donald Trump. They want to oppose the growth and health and restoration of this country. And they do want the military to oppose him because the military is assisting in getting rid of the illegals that 70 million Americans voted for President Donald Trump in a landslide. It was a mandate from the American people to President Donald Trump to close that border and to get the people out of here. But here's what you will not hear from any Democrats, whether it's Crockett or this Crow guy that did the video here, or I think there was Kelly in there too. He's a senator here from Arizona. But what you will not hear from any Democrats is their plan to prosper America. What you will never, ever hear from any one of them running from office, but they never talk about what they want to do for the American people. It's always, I got to stop Trump. I'm running to stop Trump. I'm going to oppose Trump. Trump is one man. He's one man. The American people need lower gas prices, lower food prices. We need security in our community. We need to get rid of crime. Crime is chasing away businesses in these cities. Walmarts are closing down. Starbucks are closing down. Walgreens are shutting down. Jobs are leaving these areas, and people are now getting ready to go into panic mode because, the economy is shutting down. Although there is a plan right now from the big, beautiful bill from President Donald Trump that's coming in January that's going to hit. People are going to get some tax deductions. But the communities that need the most help and the most benefit and jobs and security and to get rid of crime are the ones that's going to suffer first and suffer the most. But you never hear that from the Democrats. You never hear that. And so it's I think the timing of this video in regards to presidencies, right? So you had Obama, you had Trump, then you had Biden. This video comes out during the Trump time. But when we were under Biden and we were going and bombing and assisting, with the war in Ukraine, we was assisting in some wars in Syria, stuff like that. There was never any opposition like this. No videos to say, hey, you don't have to follow orders. An employer, you don't have to follow this. Anybody in the military, you can disobey orders, anything that's illegal. The DOJ can actually charge them with one of four or all four of these charges. 18 U.S.C. 2384, seditious conspiracy. 18 U.S.C. 2385, advocating the overthrow of government. 18 U.S.C. 2387, interference with military authority. And 18 U.S.C. 371, conspiracy against the United States. In addition to that, Congress can expel them, censure them, which the Republicans don't have the spine to do. I'm sorry to see it. I'm sorry to say it, but they just don't have it. They just don't. They're not going to do it. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen, but we're sending Republicans in there that are weak. I'm actually running for U.S. Congress, and I would love to get your support. $5 or $10 on my campaign would help me. Jerone.vote. They can expel them, and they can take away their security pass, so the security clearance. Because anyone that's telling the army, telling the military to be seditious, to disobey, to be insubordinate to the president, to the commander-in-chief, can't be trusted. These people cannot be trusted. Here is Crow defending himself.
To remind our troops of their obligation, because then it'll be too late. Reminding them of their obligation.
Order from the commander-in-chief that we are asking our military to carry out, are you objecting to? It was so vague in this video. I don't think people could figure out what you guys were all talking about, honestly.
Martha, Donald Trump has made a series of very disturbing comments and suggestions that would violate U.S. law and put our military in terrible positions.
Again, we're getting nowhere because you're not talking about an order.
I don't want to wait until that happens to remind our troops of their obligation, because then it'll be too late. We are standing by our troops and our amazing men and women in uniform to remind them
who sign up every day as you did to carry out the orders of the commander-in-chief. We are not engaged in new wars.
That was an excellent question. What specific order did President Donald Trump command them to carry out? And which command did he give that would cause you to produce this video? If you can't do that, if the DOJ does not investigate this, and during this investigation come up with a rationale that points to the fact that these lawmakers are telling the military to be seditious because they had opportunity to do this before. They had opportunity to do this under Biden, but now they're doing it under Trump. And there's a couple of things that he's saying about what President Donald Trump said. For one, he was talking about them coming over here in those boats with the drugs that have killed over 500,000 Americans, killed us with the poison that was coming from China that's coming up through the Gulf of America. So President Donald Trump, that's one thing that he has. They investigate that. They're going to find out that this guy is against that, right? The other thing is, of course, as I stated, again, about the military being used to protect cities like Washington, to protect cities like Chicago, to protect cities like St. Louis and all of that. They don't want this country protected. They want certain areas to have hell. They want them to go through hell so that they can have their politicians come in with the promises of making everything okay again. Keep hope alive. We're coming through. We're going to help you, all of that. But lately, the Democrats don't even do that. They don't even make any promises. They just want to stop Trump. That's their biggest thing, because Trump is the problem with them having power. I'm Jerone Davison. Like, share, and subscribe. Leave a comment. Let everybody know I'm back here on YouTube, here on my channel. I'm trying to get my channel back out there. Leave a comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next one.